Hello and welcome to another Songs from the Upper Room. And as you can see by the Christmas tree, yes, it's that time upon us again. It's the Christmas one. And I wondered, what can I do that's sort of slightly different this year? Last year, if you remember, I did what was technically a secular song, but contained the message in a rather obscure way by singing Chris de Burgh's song, A Spaceman Came Travelling. Well, I thought, well, I won't do that again this year. It'll get a bit boring if you start doing the same thing. So we thought we'd do something a little bit different, and I would present a Christmas song, aptly titled Christmas Song, and it'd be one that I guarantee until now you will never have heard before. We thought we could do the carols, but everybody does the carols, and you'll hear them umpteen times between now and Christmas Day itself. And so I thought, let's do one that nobody's ever heard before, until now. But first of all, we have a reading very aptly for Christmas itself, and it's one of my favourite passages from the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verses 1 to 14. And to read it, here's Steve.
The Word became flesh. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was light of men. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness has not understood it. There came a man who was sent from God, testifying concerning that light, so that through him all might believe. He himself was not the light, he came only as a witness to the light. The true light that gives light to every man was coming into the world. He was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet to all who received him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. Children born not of natural descent, nor of human decision, or a husband's will, but born of God. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the world, one and only, who came from the Father, the full grace and the truth.
Thank you, Steve. Well, that's one of my favourite passages in the Bible, John chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. It says to us that Jesus was around right at the very beginning, and it was some good few thousand years later that he finally came into the world in human form. In very humble beginnings, very humble surroundings, the story we all know and love every December. And he came to this world in human form, bearing on his shoulders the colossal, the inconceivable weight and burden of every sin of every man, woman and child that has lived, that does live, that shall live, every sin from you, every sin from me. And he took that on his shoulders, and for and on each and every person that's ever existed in his behalf, took it to the cross. For and on yours and my behalf. He sacrificed his own life to save us, for not one of us is worthy. Not one of us is worthy of his kingdom. We all fall well short, but for that sacrifice. Pretty awesome story. And the story's not over. We know, as it was prophesied way back in Isaiah, some 400 years before Jesus actually came to the earth in human form, he would come again, and that is yet to happen. So it's not over yet, but he will come again and fulfill the whole story. And that, of course, is central to our entire belief. I hope this new song that you've never heard before, a Christmas song, aptly titled Christmas Song, will encapsulate all of that. The first verse is celebrating the birth, Jesus coming to the world, just as all the traditional carols do. The second verse looks at his ministry, his teaching, his healing, his miracles, and mentions the sacrifice that he made for and on all of our behalf. And the third verse looks forward to his coming again, where he perhaps won't be the humble baby born in a manger. And I think everyone will know when he comes again. We look forward to that. So I hope this song has encapsulated everything that Jesus is about and what we actually celebrate Christmas for: the birth of Jesus, the birth of the Christ, God coming into the world, and away from all the tinsel and the razzmatazz and the commercialism, and actually just remembering just what Christmas really is all about. I remember my grandparents used to say, Christmas comes but once a year, and thank the Lord for that. And I used to sort of think that's a bit confusing, really. Thank the Lord for that. I thought you enjoyed Christmas. And of course they're saying, thank the Lord that we have Christmas. We have Christmas at all. And I celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate Xmas. I do not celebrate the birth of X. It's not fair on the other 25 letters of the alphabet. So I hope you'll sit back now and enjoy a Christmas song that until now you will have never heard before, and that it reaches you. Musically speaking, I have tried to encapsulate every aspect, every kind of music, from the traditional carols, the traditional way that carols have been sung, right through to a bit of hefty rock for the more headbangy type. I hope it's all worked, and I hope you enjoy it. So I give you Christmas Song. Well, that was Christmas
Christmas.
song. Christmas song, yeah.
Brilliant.
And as you can see, Steve's back with us.
Hi.
How about that? Gave us the reading
do.
earlier, one of my favourite passages from the
Did.
Bible. Thanks for that,
I did.
Steve.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
You enjoy the song?
I did enjoy the song. I've never heard it before, but
Nobody has till now.
it's a bit bewitching on who wrote the song, but don't want to say too
Oh, I've got
much.
it here.
Ah, right.
Yeah, I did write it down.
Yes.
Theo P. Primero. There you go.
Right, there we go.
Theo P. Primero.
And they have to try and work that. But anyways, that's not the main thing. I wanted to do a reading, not just because I was asked, but just to pop up and say hello to everybody, especially Woodbank, our church, and to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a blessed, happy 2025.
That goes for me
Wow.
too. Yeah,
2025.
already. It was only last week, it was 1976.
I know.
Yeah.
What was it? Yeah.
Yeah, remember that? No, you won't do, will you? No, I do.
No.
That was a lovely summer, that actually.
Was it?
Yeah. But anyway,
I
yes,
know, but that's not true because if you couldn't remember it, it wasn't that good.
It was still a lovely summer, I remember it.
Well, was it?
It was the first year I came to Cumbria.
But they say about 60s babies, don't they? If you can remember it, you didn't have a good time, sort of thing. Oh, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Okay.
I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry
And have
Christmas.
a very happy, very
Blessed.
prosperous, blessed and peaceful
Yes.
New Year.
Yes.
Until next year.
Next year,
Are
mate.
you ready for it? We do what we used to do.
Love you. 3, 2, 1.
Ta-ra
Ta-ra
for now.
Love yous.